got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Look at Curry. He's in the lead, sitting at #1 in the West.
Clearly a fan favorite, and they're giving him the highest praise possible on their ballots.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Ball out there with White. And it's Giddey in at the 3. And for the Warriors, Trayce Jackson-Davis out there with Kevon Looney. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's the Warriors to start out. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now here's Curry. And a miss there on the triple. White against Curry. White the pass to Giddey. Back to White. Oh, Giddey in position. Curry with it. He's picked up by White. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. We're about 1 minute into the first. Pass to Vucevic. The three-pointer off the mark. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
And here's Vucevic following Jonathan Kuminga's 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kuminga. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out Chicago, they're still sorting out their roster, trying to find a way to unlock their full potential in a holding pattern, if you will. And that could change, though, at any moment.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Kerr. Dave, what do you have to say?
Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. White finds Giddey to end the run. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got 4 rebounds now tonight. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. Both shots good from the stripe. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to talk to his guys. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And both of these sides were fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot and split their season series at 1 apiece. And let's take a look at some numbers for Nikola Vucevic. He's averaging 14 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Bulls trail by 9. Outside, White. Ball, the pass to Giddey. Trying to get something going, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Looney. Now Curry. Now Looney. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Chicago, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Ball, the pass to Vucevic. Giddey, no one around him. Cans it from downtown.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
White against Curry. Inside, 5 to shoot. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
And so White will bring it up for Chicago. 6-point game. Pass to Vucevic. Back to White. Elbow shot is on the way. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
Yeah, seems like White's got that in-between range figured out.
Curry against White. From deep. Goes back up. And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Now here's White. He had 15 points last outing. Ball sets a screen for Vucevic. Back to Ball. Here's Giddey. And the Bulls another 3.
And I know Giddey would rather shoot threes straight on, but being versatile makes him even more effective.
Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Looney. Here's Jackson Davis. He's guarded by Williams. Picked by Kuminga. Down low and stolen by Giddey. Here's Williams. And it's blocked. Outside Curry. To the inside. Here's Jackson Davis. He's guarded by Williams. Curry against Ball. Curry attacking. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
I mean, he is so lethal on the drive. Once Curry knifes inside, there's little you can do to stop him.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Let's take this moment to bring you a leaderboard featuring a very well-rounded group, the top rebounding small forwards in the NBA the last 10 games. Jonathan Kuminga is second.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
Yeah, so much of it comes down to effort and energy. You can be any size, well, practically any size, and make a big difference on the glass.
Giddey nailed from three-point land. Giddey's got 9. Golden State's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. You know, Stan, it is great to see Kobe White put it all together.
It sure is, Kevin. This guy hung in there with a great attitude, even when he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to. He's still growing as a player, knocking down shots. His confidence is sky high. His approach will take him a long way.
I got to believe as a coach, that is incredibly satisfying to have that kind of play.
Yeah, it really is when you have a guy like that and he just keeps getting better.
Pass to Curry, fires from deep, drains it from beyond the arc. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Outside, Ball. The Warriors pull it in. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what happens in this league. You can play your A game and still get beat.
Podziemski, he's checked in for Curry. Zach Collins checked in for the Bulls. Up top, Jackson Davis. It's stolen by White. From past the arc. They get a hand on it. Warriors leading by 7. Out to the right wing. Pass to Jackson Davis. Looney down low. Vucevic on him. A second chance effort. And he lays it up and in.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Bulls trail by 9. Now, here's Ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Well, and the amount of turnovers he forced as well. Very aggressive on the defensive end.
And White understands his role on this team. They look to him to drain that jumper.
The Warriors shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. Outside, Kuminga. Golden State moving the ball around. Buries it from three-point range. He has 5.
Now off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Pass to Vucevic. Right wing, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ball. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Pass to Jackson Davis for the 3. Collins grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 10. White with it. Kuminga picks him up. And White kicks to Collins. And Collins gets double teamed. Here's Ball. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Chicago making some changes. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Williams. Dosunmu comes in for Ball. And Trey Jones subbed in for White. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. to the middle. Here's Post. And that one is stuffed right through.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Here's Jones, following the score by Golden State. Pass to Vucevic. Looking for Dosunmu, and he gets it there. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. .149 left to play in the first quarter. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Kevin Knox is checked in for Golden State. Curry comes in for Peyton. Here's Podziemski. Hasn't made one yet. 1:22 left here in the first quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they've also refused to give up on their plays tonight, chasing after their shots and just working hard for second chance points.
And the Warriors making a change here. Peyton's checked in. Curry against Jones. And it's blocked! And he keeps control of the ball.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Fires from the corner. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls trail by 12. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jones, no luck. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Huerter. Chicago has gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Now here's Jones. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Vucevic. 5 on the clock. Now here's Dosunmu. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
And a deep three from Curry. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Bulls trail by 10. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Knox out there with Draymond Green, and it's Peyton in at the small forward. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Now, here's Dosunmu. Here's Giddey. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Curry passes to Green. Rebound by the Bulls. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw missing. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Pass to Podziemski. Green, the screen. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A lot of time, games are decided at the line. So let's check out the NBA leaders in that category. 5th is Stephen Curry.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
Free throw drops for Green.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now an update on Trayce Jackson-Davis from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Warriors' head athletic trainer. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. Right in the heart of the schedule, this is a major blow. The coaches are going to find out a lot about their team. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Chicago. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Outside, Payton. And the rejection by Collins. Now here's Giddey. He's defended by Podziemski. Giddey finds Smith. And Collins now top the key. Kicks it out to Jones. 4 on the shot clock. Hits the three-point bomb.
What a great sign for this team. Jones shooting it with conviction.
Pass to Podziemski. Shoots over Dosunmu. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got his first points of the night.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And now Knox running the floor all by himself.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 5th in scoring. And how about his top 10 ranking and free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers. Always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. And the first one drops.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Second free throw, no good. Bulls trail by 12. And Jones has it in the corner. and they recover it. Smith surveying the D. Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And Payton throws it down hard.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Jones against Curry. Pass to Smith. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Now here's Curry. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. A moment here now to see the numbers for Nikola Vucevic.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Looney's checked in for Kevin Knox. And it's Jonathan Kuminga in for Payton. Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. Kobe White comes in for Dosunmu. Now here's White. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And you were just talking about this, Coach. Patrick Williams, a guy with loads of potential.
Yeah, Kevin, he's had to deal with a lot of injuries here early in his career. Sometimes he tends to disappear in games, but when he's got it going, this guy has a chance to be a really good 3-and-D player.
It's going to be fun to see where he takes his game. That free throw, no good. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah,
payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
And that's a spot of the floor Giddey wants to improve. Certainly puts in the work there to get better.
Chicago shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Podziemski. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Curry passes to Looney. Rebound by the Bulls. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Pass to Giddey. The putback. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Jones against Curry. And it's Green with the jam.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Bulls trail by 14. Here's Giddey. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Podziemski, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his third assist on the night. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Outside Collins. Pass to White. Lets it go with a 3. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, He was ready.
Here's Curry. Chicago grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Giddey. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And he just kept working. Giddey felt the whistle coming and able to finish the play.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first. Vucevic checked in for the Bulls. Lonzo Ball comes in for Jones. And both free throws good for Giddey.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and getting himself to the line.
Pass to Kuminga. Curry against White. Curry is inside. 38 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento. The turnaround. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Bulls trail by 11. And Vucevic kicks to White. Pick by Vucevic. Back to White. Shot clock at 5. Williams with a clean look. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Curry passes to Looney. Golden State moving the ball around. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Now the Bulls with it. They've got an 8-0 run. Here's White to the paint. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Williams.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Warriors have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Pass to Kuminga. Kuminga, screen on Ball. Good on the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Giddey. The Warriors pull it in.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Pass to Jackson Davis. And here is Kuminga. Shoots over Ball. Kuminga, no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either. Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play. It goes on Kobe White. Dan, you know, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? We want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I've just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. 2 points, that one goes. Williams has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Warriors leading by 10. Hit by Kuminga. And there's the defensive 3-second call. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
And so Collins nails both of them. Warriors leading by 9. Back to Podziemski. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Bulls trail by 11. White with it. He's got 7. And here's Vucevic. The kick out to Williams. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Jackson Davis. 1:51 left in the first half of basketball. Just 5 to shoot. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing here by 8. Now Vucevic. Back to White. Over to the wing. Vucevic dishes the ball. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got 11 rebounds in the game. Podziemski finds Looney. Drives to the hoop. Can't connect from short range. Bulls trail by 8. Ball, the pass to Collins. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Tuesday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz.
And looking at the Suns matchup, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
Jalen Smith, he's checked in for the Bulls. Pass to Looney. Here's Jackson Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Kobe White.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And the first one at the line is good. Trey Jones is checked in for Chicago. And so Looney nails both of them. Bulls trail by 7. Here's Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, defensively, you have to be careful about fouling Jones. He's a high percentage free throw shooter.
And so Jones nails both of them.
Well, you like the passion Jones steps on the floor with, especially for being so undersized.
Pass to Looney. Back to Podziemski. Golden State moving the ball around. Looney with the bucket.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
34 seconds left to play in the first half. Now Jones. He's got 5. Picked by Vucevic. In the corner, Smith with it. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Podziemski. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Ball from long range. And he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was on it.
The previous play is under review.
Time just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Warriors ahead, up 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. Some great engagement defensively. What's happening that's good at that end of the floor?
I think they're just playing hard, rotating, playing for each other, and they've done a better job of avoiding fouls and just playing through.
Steve, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
Right around this time, I would find out who my teammates were on the All-Star roster. Sadly, I was unable to play alongside Kenny. Sad for him, not for me.
See, that's unnecessary, Shaq. That is just unnecessary. Who's to say I want to be on your team anyway?
Well, you called me ugly earlier.
I never called you that.
And let's take a look back at the first half. The Bulls are in a close one.
You love to see this kind of chemistry. It's like our chemistry on the set. Everyone knows this rink.
You know what, Ernie, for once, I can't disagree with Shaq. It feels good to be the king.
I can't run away from this conversation fast enough. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Bulls trail by 4. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Kobe White is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Giddey in at the 3 spot. No good from outside.
Well, he is desperately trying to get something going, but this has not been his night. They need to consider making an adjustment.
The Bulls shooting the ball at 42%. Here's White, and White slams it in.
And that is how you finish a drive. Kobe White.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside Curry. Lets it go from 11. Rebound by Williams.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively they've still found a way to get the lead.
And White kicks to Giddey. Outside White. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. They get it again for the tie. He misses it. He's 4 for 7 from the floor.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
And it's Chicago with the rebound.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
It's tipped. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Kuminga. And the layup is good. Kuminga's got his second bucket of the night.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. White against Curry. Vucevic is screen on Curry. Over in the corner, Williams. A 3-ball. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Kuminga. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Giddey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ball with the bucket.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Here's Curry. Following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's the 3. Kuminga, no good. Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Giddey. He's got 12. Here's Vucevic. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. The Bulls 3rd.
Well, look, they've been great over the last month from 3. That is so important for their offense. Making threes opens up the entire floor.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. And White kicks to Vucevic. Outside, Ball. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Kuminga with it. He's got 7. Doesn't go that time. Excellent D there from Ball. Chicago trailing here. Pass to White. The 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And here's White after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Now here's Williams. Six to shoot. Here's White. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
Now here's Curry. He's got 13. Three-pointer. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Giddey the pass to Vucevic. The kick out to Ball. Launches a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Ball's got the lead up to 1 now for the Bulls.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Now here's Curry. Well, you know that he's going to find a way to get the ball in the basket no matter what D he's faced with. The average is about 31.5 points a game. They get the rebound. The trade. Warriors the rebound. Back to Jackson Davis. And finally, that one's good. Jackson Davis has got 6.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Chicago has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Giddey kicks to White. And here is Giddey. He's got 12. Pass to Vucevic. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers, that they're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Green's checked in for the Warriors.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Giddey goes up and lays it nice and easy. Giddey's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
And how about the body control? Giddey refusing to let the defense alter that shot.
Now Curry. 14 points for him. Shot from 12. From the arc. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Bulls trail by 3. Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Dosunmu. On the wing, Giddey. Back to Dosunmu. 5 to shoot. Vucevic with it. Over Looney. And it's Vucevic missing. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Again, Curry missing. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Curry against Jones. Williams, a screen on Curry. Jones, the pass to Dosunmu. Bangs home the trifecta. Dosunmu's got 7. And here's Golden State. At one point, they led by 16. Now, here's Looney. Vucevic defending. Pass to Green. The tray. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Giddey's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
Now Looney. Can't cash in from close range.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And it goes on Draymond Green. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
Gary Payton is checked in for Golden State. Podziemski's coming in for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now here's Jones. 5 points in the game. There's a screen by Collins. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Dosunmu's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls. Warriors shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. To the inside. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got 6.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Chicago's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Jones kicks to Vucevic. And there's the call on Jones. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Kevin Knox is checked in for the Warriors. And Chicago also making a switch. Kevin Huerter, he is checked in for Williams. Pass to Knox. Payton outside. There's 1:54 left to play here in the third. They kick it out to Green. And he's good on the 3-ball. 8 points for him.
And great offensive instincts from Green. Goes into the shot the moment he catches the ball.
The Bulls trailing. Outside, Jones. High post, Vucevic. Again, Chicago. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
1:15 left here in the third quarter. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
The Bulls shooting straight 49% from the field. Now here's Dosunmu. He's got 10. High post, Vucevic. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Podziemski with it. Jones covering. Green, the screen. Unloads from 13. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
And the basket by Knox.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
In the corner, Herter with it over Payton. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Herter. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Warriors lead by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Quick shot, it's a good shot if you're hot, but we got to execute against these guys because a quick shot or a turnover turns into a 3 at the other end, right? So let's just discern the difference between a great shot and a decent one. Let's get great shots.
Well, GA, something you hear coaches talk about often, wanting his guys to take high percentage shots.
A smart perspective. It's important that teams concentrate on taking the best shots possible.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Payton is out there with Knox, and it's Green in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And so here is Golden State. At one point, they led by 16. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. At the elbow, Green. Inside, stolen by Jones. Pass to Collins. Giddey with it, defended by Payton. They set the pick. Giddey, the pass to Dosunmu. Outside, Jones. It's deflected. Here's Podziemski. Defended by Dosunmu. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
Curry against Jones. Payton dishes to Curry. Pass to Knox. And there's another turnover by the Warriors. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started.
Love the hustle right there. He earned that rebound.
To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 1. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Outside Collins. Pass to Giddey. Back to Collins. Tries again. They shoot again. Kicks it out to Jones. It's stolen by Curry. The 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Smith with a screen on Curry. Jones. And he drops it in from the low post.
Jones gutting it out in close.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. The lead is 2. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the Warriors making a change here. Kuminga's checked in. Whitey's checked in for the Bulls. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Bulls trail by 4. Here's Jones. White looking around. Back to Jones. Offensive rebound.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First free throw is good. Smith hits them both. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Hit by Kuminga. Podziemski finds Kuminga. Now Curry. Defended by Jones. From 12 feet out. Curry can't get it to go. The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. White the pass to Collins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The first one falls. That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Warriors leading. Here's Curry with the 3, and it's White with the rebound.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
To the wing right side. Collins kicks to White. Knocked away. It's stolen by Curry. Podziemski finds Curry. Sinks the triple. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Screen by Smith. Pass to Giddey. Three-pointer. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim. And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for Brandon Podziemski. Now here's Curry. Kuminga sets a screen for Curry. Kuminga dishes to Curry. Green, the screen. Shot clock at 6. Curry passes to Green. Golden State moving it around. Kuminga, no good. Bulls trail by 5. Jones drives in, down low, Smith, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 6th assist on the night.
A skilled passer. Jones is quick to spot these openings for his team.
Now, here's Moody. Outside Curry. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Collins. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Chicago grabs the miss. Left side, Jones. Here's Smith. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Jones against Curry. Puts it up from 12. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jones against Curry. Collins wide open. He fires. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Green. Curry against Collins. With some arc. And the rejection by Collins. Over in the corner, White. Back to Smith. It's stolen by Green. And it's Kuminga that time on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Jones. Pass to Giddey. Jones up top, guarded by Curry. On the basket by Jones.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. It's Curry outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Giddey. And Moody pulls it down. Warriors leading by 3. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And White kicks to Smith. Back to White. Pass to Smith. Trying to find Moody. Gets it to him. Knocked loose. To the middle. Here's White. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, you can see White's confidence continue to grow on shots like these. Just sticking it to the defense.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Drops. He ties it up.
Well, what's great about Coby White is his commitment to raising his game. You look at him season to season, and he's always trying to do more.
Now, here's Kuminga. Curry outside. Drops in the tray. Curry's got 14 points now in the second half.
Nightmarish 4th quarter. Just 2 of 9 shooting anybody's game, and that's one reason why.
Curry against White. Outside Williams. On the wing, Giddey. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jonathan Kuminga picks one up.
And I like Giddey getting physical, challenging the defense.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Curry with it. Pass to Kuminga. Back to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over White. Rebounded by Vucevic. Well, Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. To the inside to take the lead. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's Looney. Pass to Jackson Davis. Curry looking around. Shoots over Ball. Excellent D there from Ball. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. It's a 1-point game.
Oh, stone cold stuff there from Josh Giddey. Big time shot in the moment.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Curry against White. Curry is inside. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Bulls shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%.
Yeah, ball size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can handle the second. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Curry is inside. White covering. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clever move by Curry. Taking the foul, but still getting the shot on.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. And both free throws good for Curry.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Vucevic down low. Looney on him. And again, no good by Chicago. Golden State's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Curry with a wide open look. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Ball. Off with the layup. Warriors shooting around 40% from the floor here.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
Back to Giddey. Vucevic down low. Defended by Looney. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. Warriors with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Curry against White. Here's Vucevic. Ball from long range. Buries the triple. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. And here is Curry. Here's Jackson Davis. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Here we go. Now Curry. Kuminga out there with Trace Jackson Davis. Then it's Kevon Looney. Then there's Stephen Curry. The focus from Curry gets it to fall inside.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
White bounce pass. Now here's Vucevic. Defended by Looney. Vucevic dishes to White. Shot clock at 5. Curry with the steal.
And that is a huge call. That is not who they wanted to see headed to the bench with the outcome still in question.
And the Bulls making a change here. Carter's checked in. That's good from Stephen Curry.
And, you know, expectations are so high for Curry every year, but somehow he continues to meet and often exceed them.
Trey Jones is checked in for Javon Carter. There's the pick. Pass to Looney. And that one is off. Great D that time from Vucevic. Jones against Curry. Outside ball. Off target at the rim.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Free throw good, Curry. Warriors leading by 4. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Clock at 6. Fires from way outside.
Love the fact that Ball can use his length to annoy shooters. Make sure whoever he's on doesn't get off a clean shot.
On the wing, Williams. It's stolen by Kuminga. Taken away by Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Bulls trail by 4. Jones drives in. A beautiful reverse layup.
Yeah, Trey Jones can be lightning quick. He saw a gap and drove right in.
Warriors have gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime. Just under 2.5 minutes passed here in this overtime. Pass to Kuminga. Shot clock at 6. Golden State moving it around. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Bulls. Outside, Jones. And here is Williams. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Curry on the move. A putback. It's good on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 4.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Kuminga against Giddey. Out left to the wing. Now here's Vucevic. Not a lot of room. Back to Giddey. It's rebounded by Golden State. Looney's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Pass to Kuminga. Puts up a deep three. Chicago grabs the miss. Giddey's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And it's ball in the corner. To the paint. Curry with the steal. Pass to Jackson Davis. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. Bulls trail by 6.
This has reached desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
And Ball is not going to back down in these moments. In fact, he embraces being the man when it's a big possession.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Inside, and he commits the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Jones against Curry. And shot on the way. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Here's Giddey. And the 3 off target. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Jones for 3. Connects from downtown. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. And he ends up missing both free throws.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. That was a hard-nosed win for you tonight. What was the difference?
The energy in here from our fans, from us, and then we just guard it. I think whenever we guard, we're really hard to beat. We got guys that can score the baskets, but we got to continue to guard.
Yeah, you shut off their water down the stretch, man. Congrats on the win. Thanks very much. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.